Now we're recording. So thank you to all of those people that stepped in and volunteered. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is another thank you. And I haven't put in our little graphic on Facebook yet, but our December teacher coffee is being sponsored by Jim and Kimberly Fiscus. So the Fiscus family sponsored the coffee for this month. So a big thank you to them for doing that. I'm going to go ahead and let A is for Arts give a quick update because they just have, I guess, one thing to share with us. Katie or Abby, either one of you?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, here, I'm going to spotlight you.
Oh, okay. We got a message today that the Square One art is here. So tomorrow we are going to get it ready to go home. So thank you everyone to order. And I think it's been our best year yet as far as sales and money went. So we're really grateful. Thank you. And I think that's it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The only other update that I have for you guys is from our gardening committee. And that was an update from Ramsey, and she said she wasn't sure if she's going to be able to be here. So I'll go ahead and give that to you guys if it'll come up on my computer. Basically, what she wanted me to share with everybody was that they did get approved as a work site for the day of service, which I believe is in January. And Josh Podman, you can jump in here because if I'm not getting any of the details right. But basically, she had applied for us to be a day of a site for the day of service because she wanted. In the past couple of years, they've done a lot of different things on the grounds and had a garden work day and really done some improvements. And so they applied to be a site for the MLK Day of Service, and we were approved. So that means that 50 volunteers will be able to register to volunteer on 2 shifts on January 17th. And she would like to work on the outdoor classroom, install rain barrels, work on some critter cages for the veggie garden, and also work on cleaning up litter. So they're going to have a registration link for that. And in the past, it's kid friendly, right, Josh?
Yeah, it'll be kid friendly, and I'm going to throw the links in here for the general MLK site and then for the specific link to Chase Street. Great. So folks can look at both because you may want to volunteer at Chase, but there's over 30 different sites across the community also that you can volunteer at.
Awesome. So that's really exciting. And they register through that site, correct? Like through y'all's volunteer site. Awesome. So that'll be an awesome opportunity for families to volunteer to work at Chase or anywhere if you want to work on another location as well. I think that's it as far as our updates. We don't have very much to share. Let me look at my agenda one more time. And if there's someone I'm missing that needs to share something, Josh is putting the links to sign up and volunteer into the chat right now, and we'll also send those out in an email over the on the PTO listserv as well. Ramsey, I just did your update and told them that we were approved, and Josh shared the links to the sign up. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the meeting over to Ms. Fambro and Dr. Watkins so they can share the Parent Academy and talk to us about iReady. So I'm going to mute myself.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing Dr. Watkins and myself to present to you Parent Academy. And I'm going to right now, I'm sorry, Dr. Watkins, do you want to say hello before we go into the, okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can pull up the slides to kind of go over what Parent Academy is and what we're going to cover for tonight. Okay, can everyone see okay? Let's see, here we go. Okay, so tonight we're looking at Parent Academy. The purpose of Parent Academy is to utilize the information given to parents and guardians from school to deepen their understanding of the aspect of each aspect of the student's educational experience and provide strategies for how to help students at home. So we're going to take a look at a diagnostic growth report, and we're going to dig deeper into understanding what diagnostic growth report is and how to read it. And then we're going to look at reading strategies that are easiest 1, 2, 3. So the diagnostic growth report is basically, it analyzes the progress the student is making in each diagnostic subject. We test in reading and in math. So whenever you receive your child's diagnostic growth report, you will see terms such as their Lexile reading measure, which is their Lexile reading score, and their reading range. And the reading range is their comfort level within a certain text complexity that they're able to read independently. You will see the placement levels. You will see above grade level, at grade level, approaching grade level, and needs improvement. It will have their scale score, which provides a single consistent way to measure the growth across grade levels and across domains. It would also have the national norms. That's the percentile that compares students of the same age and the same grade that took the same test about the same time during that year. Their foundational domains, that's their specific learning areas that are not assessed for all grade levels. So you will see that on some reports, it will say your child test out. So that means that your child may not need to take that particular subtest, or your child has max score. That would mean your child took that subtest and achieved a high score. And then their scale score, which provides a single consistent way to measure growth across grade levels and across domains. So here's a sample growth report that you may receive sometime when we return from Christmas break. So if you look here at this particular student's growth report, it has a large area of green. That indicates where that student needs to be in order to be on grade level. So this is a 5th grade, diagnostic report in reading. So the student took the diagnostic first in fall, that was August 26th. It shows that scale score, we just went over, the national norm percentile for that student, where that student ranked. So that means that student was 55th, performed 55th percentile better than students who took the same test around the same age and grade at the same time. So now we've taken diagnostic 2, and it shows the date that we've taken it and how much growth this student has made. So this line indicates where that student placed when he or she first took the diagnostic, and she or he gained 24 points. So that put this student from performing under grade level to performing in the range of on grade level. So over here, and keep in mind, when you read your child's diagnostic report, this is designed for traditional school years. We have had about 2 very non-traditional school years. And so we're finding those ways to support students in closing some of those gaps. So in reading, it will list the subtests, and those are the domains that is covered under reading. So as you can see, when this child took this test in August, he or she tested out of particular domains. And then for domains where he or she did not test out, it shows what grade level or where that child scored. Here's the Lexile reading level. Here's that Lexile reading range. And the great thing about iReady is it gives you a link to click on to find books that will support this student's reading based on his or her Lexile measure. So in addition to receiving the overall reading performance, you will also get the skill progress and more information. So it digs a little deeper into the diagnostic results per domain. So again, it lists the student's placement when first taken, and the second time the student took the reading diagnostic. Over to the right where it has more information, this is a great area for parents to look to say, okay, here's what this domain means. So what does phonological awareness mean? There's a great explanation of what it means and how your student can be supported so that the student can receive additional support or the student can be accelerated. You will also receive a growth diagnostic report in math as well. And in math, it will do the same thing. It will go over the student's placement in the beginning of the school year, current test. It will review all the domains, how that student performed. And then on the back, it will list the domains and it will dig a little deeper into that student's performance in that domain. Okay. All right. That concludes looking at the iReady diagnostic report. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Watkins so she can dig a little deeper into reading strategies.
Okay, so now we know what our students are measuring at and what do we do with this information, right? How can we support our students at home? So research has shown that like when we increase our learning with our guardians and our people that are supporting at home, and we work collaboratively at a school, instruction and academic achievement grows, right? So the purpose of this is that we're going to just show you some quick, easy, fun ways to encourage and help with reading. So if you would go to the next slide, Ms. Fambro. The first thing is the first thing we want to do is highlight the strengths. We want to look at the iReady diagnostic, which was designed in the 6 domains of phonological awareness, phonics, high frequency words, vocabulary, and comprehension in literature and information, and see where is my student doing well, where's my child doing, and feed off of it, right? Encourage the strength, work on the strengths, and allow the student to feel successful at home. So for example, if my child is doing well with vocabulary, I want to talk to them about vocabulary and have some vocabulary activities done with them so that they're feeling successful before you start working on a weakness, okay? And always highlight the growth that is happening within the first one and the second one. Praise the hard work that all of our students are doing. If you would go to number 2, what can we do? Literature exposure. Right now, we have some really amazing resources that are here and provided from the school. Just encourage your students to listen to reading or read to them, and then talk about what's read, like having that conversation and that dialogue about, okay, what did we just read? How is that like what we do at home? How is that different from what we do at home? And just making connections or disconnections with text. So Ms. Hudson has a story town, and the link is provided there, but when we share the presentation, you will also just be able to click it to access it. Also, Myon is really important because it has different texts that you can access 24 hours in the day. There's no cutoff with it. On the handout that I will be providing, Ms. Hudson has a library Epic account, and the password is on there, but Epic is only provided during school hours, so it's not on the weekend as well. So Myon will give you that nighttime where you can use for resources, as well as over the weekend if you just want to have your child listen to reading or pick a book and you have a discussion with them. And then we also are going to be reading with a bulldog. Ms. Neal, did you want to talk about that really quickly, or?
Just to let you all know that the sheet will be coming home. The Bulldogs, the women basketball team, they shared a form for students to complete and fax back in. They could win all kind of prizes at the game. So you will get that this week if you haven't received it yet.
And then R3, if you don't mind going to number 3, please, is fostering comprehension. And inside, so Lexile was mentioned on the diagnostic report, and it provides, Lexile also has a website where it provides questions that are beneficial to build and foster comprehension, and that's linked there. But also, if you click on the link that I just put into the chat, that is our first Parent Academy Reading Strategies A to Z flyer. And what it includes is a reading activity pack that is provided from iReady as a home resource. It's self-directed lessons that are scaffolded to allow for students to practice grade level at home activities. And it covers the different phonics, vocabulary, reading comprehension. It gives you the opportunity to look at types of questions that iReady is talking about. And also when you hear Ms. Neal talk about and Ms. Fambro discuss the toolbox, these are the type of activities that's similar to what teachers are able to pull from the toolbox. And they can pull a specific Common Core standard that they would like to work on, or a skill. And these resources are really similar to it within the reading activity pack. And then if you look at the reading strategy lessons, the reading strategies resources are evidence-based reading strategies that improve students' reading abilities as well. And they have them leveled as AA, and AA would be the correlation with kindergarten. And so A would be first, B would be second, and that's why they're kind of like lined up together, as well as the EPIC library code that is provided by Ms. Hudson. And then I remember at our last PTO meeting, someone asked the question about, do we have texts in the library that are different languages? So the International Children's Library book website has different languages that's provided for students. And then Starfall, which you can get to from the start page, and then Maya is through Clever. And that concludes our Parent Academy. Any questions?
Thank you so much. And we can access through this link. Is it okay if I share that link through the PTO email as well?
Yes, and that's why we made it to where they could just link it, and well, they could, any of the links are open for anyone who has access to it. They can click the links and have access to it. You can download it. The reading activity packs, you can pull it up, and if you do it from your iPad, you can mark the page and they can just mark on it, or you could just read it to them and ask them the questions. It doesn't have to be like sit down and do. We want to make whatever we do fun, and we don't want it to feel like, we want to make sure that they are learning in a fun and hands-on manner. And so, yeah, so everything is accessible.
Great. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Ms. Neal, did you want to add anything for the end of the meeting, or is there anyone else who has questions or comments or anything they need to add?
I want to add something. Just thank you, ladies. You did a great job with that. I appreciate it. We are really trying to listen to and follow up with requests from our parents. So if there are items that you want to know, or a subject that you want to know more about, please let us know as we move forward with providing the Parent Academy. We want to keep it short, quick strategies that you all can use, or walk you through using resources that are available to you and to your students. So please just know Parent Academy is for the parents. So let us know what you want to know more about. We are encouraging our students, they're off for 2.5 weeks. We want them to have fun. We want them to relax. We also want them to learn to just enjoy reading, right? So we're just really encouraging opportunities for them to take time and just, read a good book. So we sent home, if you haven't received it yet, you will before the end of the week. So please ask your child about the book bingo. I overheard 2 students talking about it, and they're really excited about. They said, "Oh, I'm going to do all of these, bingo on the book bingo board." And once they complete those little tasks, and they're really fun, like read under a table, or read looking out the window, all kind of fun little things they can do. But we are also giving prizes, so they'll bring that the sheet back completed, saying that they've done it. And then we'll pull kind of like a raffle, and we want to give out gifts. We do have a link, and I'll share it. I don't have it pulled up, but I'll share it with you. A link for our Amazon wish list. We created, so if parents want to purchase items for students for that book bingo, you'll have an opportunity to go to the Amazon wish link and do that as well. Of course, we want to make sure if you or you hear of other parents that need a device over the break, students can check out their device. We don't want that to be a hindrance to being able to use Mayan and listen to Miss Hudson read. You have access to those for the students. They can take them home. It makes us nervous, yes, because we want to make sure they come back, but that's not reason not to put it in their hands. And also, if they are struggling and don't have Wi-Fi, we also still have the hotspots. So if you hear parents say, or that they need those 2 things, please let them know to reach out, and we want to support them with that. And I do see a hand, Mr. Pavin.
Well, I just wanted to say I appreciate you sharing the resources, and it's sort of scary when you put the spotlight on and I see it on my screen. That's a little frightening. I just wanted to share. So I work with a program at the University of Georgia, and in the spirit of offering resources, so we run a program called Experience UGA, and in a normal year, we bring all the kids to campus. We're on the way to doing that at some grade levels, and hope to be back with all the grade levels next year. But we created in COVID a virtual resource guide. And so these are, okay, I'll be right there, big guy. We have a bunch of read alouds from College of Education students and our ambassadors that are free and anybody can access. So this is tagged as literacy, but if you go to Experience UGA virtual.uga.edu, you can see a whole bunch of content that's grade level appropriate, pre-K to 8th grade. So, but I wanted you all to have that.
Would you
Awesome,
be
and
okay with, I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Would you be okay with me including it on the?
100%. You can share it with anybody, anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna add it to the Parent Academy and put, what should I say? So it's Experience.
Yeah, I'll put my email in the chat, and you can reach out to me. It should be listed in the curriculum portal for teachers as a resource. We didn't get it connected to the curriculum, but we did get it. Yeah, we're famous now, guys. But we did get it there as a resource, but I'll put my email in there.
Daddy, can you wipe my bottom?
I'm so glad that's recorded. Yep, I can. It's a real humbling. You know right where you stand. So
Thanks, Josh.
I love it. We cannot make this stuff up. It's wonderful.
And I could also send those out over PTO email. We're copying those links in the chat, and we'll have them in the PTO minutes and have them in the emails we send out to the parents too. So we'll have all of those. Does anybody else have anything a question or anything they want to add?
Hey, Kathy, I was running a little late today, but I did just want to tell everybody to please look out for some kind of announcement to sign up for the MLK Day of Service, because we did get approval from the county to be a site again this year, and I'm working on it. I've gotten the mulch, and I'm working on the other materials, but we will have a big day to rebuild the split rail fence and mulch and build hopefully some critter cages and paint some rain barrels and install some rain barrels in the veggie garden. So it'll be fun. And I hope that, the only problem with opening it up to the county is, Chase parents might not hear about it until it's already opened up to everybody. So hopefully we'll be able to get the link as soon as it goes live. We'll get it to the PTO, and everybody, can in our community can hear about it first, because it's fun to have the whole school out there.
Josh posted a link in the chat. Is that the link to sign up? I think it might be the link to sign up.
Yes.
Yeah, your site is posted, and so folks can go ahead and sign up. And we haven't pushed it really loudly publicly, so you can get the jump on it.
Kathy, maybe y'all could not to ask you to do any more than you already do, but like post it on Facebook.
Absolutely, and we can send it out tonight too on the listserv.
Okay, cool.
Just to encourage people to go ahead and sign up if they want to work at Chase Street.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he put it in the chat a little bit earlier, and I grabbed it, so we have it. Yay, awesome. That's awesome. That's really exciting. Thank you for working on that, Ramsey.
You're welcome.
All right. Does anyone else have questions or anything they want to add? If we're done in less than an hour, I don't believe it. That never happens. It's a miracle. All right. Well, we have gotten the minutes from the last few meetings together, and we will be posting those on our PTO page. So, and we don't have videos of the ones that were in person, but we will also have the videos of the PTO meetings available. So if you know people at Chase who couldn't attend the meeting or wanted to see what was going on, they can always look at those minutes, and they can always look at the video. And I'm going to try and get those updated next week. So we'll have the last few months of meetings so everyone can see what we've been talking about. So thank you so much for the presentation, and thank you so much for coming to the meeting tonight, y'all. Everybody have a happy holidays and a good winter break. Thanks.